Yeah, only 80s kids remember the Wii U. Sure, we have the Nintendo Switch now, but there was a certain charm to the Wii U. It had dual screens and a whole lineup of excellent games. In fact, the console itself, while underpowered in comparison to the other consoles at the time, wasn't bad, but rather the marketing for what it was. The games, though, were superb, and therefore the majority of them got ported to other platforms so other people could enjoy them. This was usually via the 3DS or the aforementioned Switch, or in some cases both. Most of the time they added new features and content to the game, but sometimes they would just charge you $60 for an additional easy mode. I'm looking at you, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. But still, it's a good thing that the Wii U games were ported. These games did cost a lot of money to make, and it's crucial that Nintendo saw some type of return on investment. Plus, the majority of people who were skeptical about buying a Wii U could play these games as well. Today we're going to look at the Wii U games that haven't been ported yet, and the likelihood of them being put on the Switch or 3DS. Okay, just switch. Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. So I'm gonna go on a limb here and say that, yeah, this game isn't getting ported. Not only did it piss off about every Animal Crossing fan in existence, but Animal Crossing Switch is on the horizon and I can't see them killing the momentum by bringing this garbage back. I could potentially see it being a new mode in the new Animal Crossing game, but being released as a standalone package is gonna be a no-no. 3 out of 10. Devil's Third. Well, this game certainly didn't perform as well as anyone expected. It was released to bad acclaim and buggy and monotonous gameplay. Nintendo saved this game from being scrapped, probably hoping it would end up like Bayonetta and also bolstering the Wii U lineup. However, yeah, this game I'm positive is one that they want to keep buried with the Wii U name. It says a lot that Bayonetta got ported to Switch and was in Smash Brothers, and this game hasn't even been mentioned since its release. 2 out of 10 chance. Dr. Luigi. How many of you even remember this game exists? I certainly didn't. I think that this game actually has a fair chance of being ported at some point. Nintendo may just throw it on there. The second we see any news of a Dr. Mario game being on Switch that's not this game, then I think it's dead. But until then, this game and its true fans can keep on dreaming. 6 out of 10. Fatal Frame Maiden of Blackwater. I think that this one is possible, but the way that the Wii U gamepad was used makes this one a lot harder to say if it's coming to Switch or not. Some games are able to be reworked that originally used the gamepad, such as Mario Maker's sequel, but this game I feel like used the gamepad in such an original way that it would be pretty hard. They may just want to leave it on the Wii U. 4 out of 10. Game & Wario. Nah, the Wii U gamepad was crucial to this game. It'd be impossible to work on Switch. A sequel using the Switch setup is definitely possible, but this original game is dead. 1 out of 10. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. A few years ago I would have said this game would have made a good 3DS port, but with the 3DS practically being dead in the water, I can't see them porting it there. It'd also be pretty hard to convert to Switch, since the majority of the game is drawing on the gamepad to control the characters. It would only work in handheld mode. I'm gonna give the same reasons Game & Wario went with. It just wouldn't work with the Switch. Maybe if they converted it to work with the Joy-Cons, or if it was just strictly handheld mode, or something. But would they want to even go to the length to port an average Kirby game? I think not. 3 out of 10. The Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games and Mario and Sonic at the Sochi 2014 Olympic Games. Maybe? These games didn't necessarily blow the world away with sales, and for the first time since 2008, we didn't see a bi-yearly Sonic and Mario Olympic Games release last year, so it's safe to say that this franchise is either on hiatus or dead in the water. If they really have nothing else to port, at least it's possible since these games didn't do anything too crazy with the gamepad from what I can remember. 4 out of 10. Mario Party 10, yeah, let's just bury this one. With Super Mario Party being released, I don't see them going back to this all-in-one cart crap. Besides, this would be way too hard to release on Switch. 1 out of 10. Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. 0 out of 10. Nintendo Land. I think too many people want this ported without realizing that this is just another one of those games that simply cannot work with other hardware. It'd never work on the Switch, just like Game & Wario and Kirby and the Canvas Curse. The concept was ripe and the game was a lot of fun, even if it was a glorified tech demo. However, this game simply cannot work right on Switch, and I'll fight anyone who says otherwise. Paper Mario Color Splash. This game would be possible on Switch. Sure, they'd have to rework the fighting system, but overall, the game didn't overuse the gamepad. I'd hate to see it on Switch because I think the game is a steaming pile of garbage, but it's possible, and if Nintendo needed to scrape the bottom of the barrel, I think they would. One main issue would be the sale. The game certainly didn't blow the world away with its sales, but again, Switch would give it a new life if Nintendo wanted to give it one. 6 out of 10. Pikmin 3. This game is almost certain. It was leaked fairly recently, and it's almost a shoo-in based off of that. I'd love to see this game on Switch. It's a holdover for the Pikmin fans waiting for Pikmin 4, and it would introduce the franchise to a bunch of new gamers. Like I said, it's almost a shoo-in. 9 out of 10. Splatoon, Mario Maker, and Smash U we can all rule out. Having sequels that improved upon these games in many ways pretty much makes a chance of seeing any of these games 0 out of 10. And is anyone really clamoring for this on Switch? Star Fox Zero and Star Fox Guard. Besides these games being a steaming pile of mess, they use the gamepad in almost too many ways to the point where they would have to be entirely reworked. Plus, they were released to bad acclaim and didn't sell that well. It'd be nice to see this game reworked with normal controls though, I just don't think the effort is going to be put there. 2 out of 10. Super Mario 3D World. I think this game would be a blast to see on Switch. It's almost ripe for the concept with the Joy-Cons, meaning the multiplayer would be more than possible. There were a few Wii U gamepad-based levels they would have to rework, but overall I think this game is a great idea for Switch. Will they do it? I mean, there's Odyssey and New Super Mario Bros. Deluxe, but it's really tough to say. I could see them porting it at some point, but again, it's a tough call. 6 out of 10. Tokyo Mirage Sessions, hashtag Fire Emblem. I'd personally love to see it on Switch. This is a criminally underrated game and a great JRPG with a fantastic story and presentation. I could see this one being ported over at some point. I think the fans' outcry is there, and this game would benefit from a second life on Switch. The phone element of the game where you use the gamepad to interact and text certain characters would have to be reworked, but come on, it's more than possible. Port this game, Nintendo. 7 out of 10. Wii Fit U, Wii Sports Club, and Wii Party U. And that's about every Wii U game that Nintendo made that hasn't been ported yet. Nintendo almost has all the best candidates already on the Switch and the 3DS. Surely there are a few ones that could be ported over like Pikmin 3 and Super Mario 3D World, but after that they're going to be scraping the bottom of the barrel if they keep going down this route. Now watch as this video becomes instantly outdated after the next Nintendo Direct.